So as I've mentioned, I'm bringing you some of my favorite family recipes this Thanksgiving. One that I really love and don't always make because I kind of forgot about it, but it really is delicious, is an amazing apple cranberry relish. I know there are so many different options out there for cranberry salads, cranberry relishes, cranberry jams, and it's like, what do you make? This is such a great alternative. It is very fresh and crisp and delicious, and it really goes together so fast. And what's great is you can make it the day before, have it sit overnight, and it is just as delicious, if not even maybe a little bit more, the day of. To start, you just want to chop up some apples. Now, I like to use a really crisp and delicious apple here, which, of course, what apple isn't crisp and delicious, but you don't want to do a really soft apple. My favorite is, of course, a Honeycrisp. They are my absolute favorite apples, and that is what I'm using. Just chop them up and then put them right into a food processor. I like to use a food processor because it gets everything about the same size with the apples and the cranberries, so a food processor is just a consistent way to chop everything. I like to add some lime. It just really brightens it up, adds a great sweet tartness against the oranges and the cranberries. Throw them in and then process them till they're somewhat small but not just complete mush. Then just take them out and put them into a bowl. Next, you can just throw in all of your cranberries to the food processor. This again is just such an easy way to chop them up. Just process them by pulsing until it's completely chopped. You may have to shake the bowl a little bit or scrape it down if they get kind of clogged. Once they're chopped up, you can just put them into the bowl with the apples. Once the apples and cranberries are in the bowl, you just want to zest one of the oranges directly on top of the apples and cranberries. When it's zested, you can then start preparing your oranges. Just cut away all the peel and the pith. You can just do this with a paring knife, just working your way around the outside of the orange. Once it's cut away, you just want to chop it up. I know this seems a little odd, and you don't have to worry about the membranes inside. They really do break down when you chop them up, but you do want to watch for any seeds, because different types of oranges have a different amount of seeds. So when you see a seed, just make sure to pick it out, because you don't want to be chewing on that. Once your oranges are chopped up and any of the juices that have collected, just pour all of that right into your apples and cranberries. And then finally, a little bit of grated ginger. To peel the ginger, you just want to scrape the outside peel with the back of a spoon, kind of that hard edge of the spoon, and it will just bring the peel right off. Grate it with a fine microplane grater right on top of everything. You want to make sure to use a grater because if you just try to chop it, they really can be fibrous and you really don't want to eat through that. You just want to add a little bit of sugar. Now, the sugar can really vary because cranberries and apples especially have a completely different sweetness depending on what type you're using and when you get them. I find my apples usually fairly sweet and I don't need things overly sweet, so I don't add too much sugar, but you definitely need a little bit because cranberries can be extremely tart. So just sprinkle on your sugar and then mix it all together really well. That's it. Now you can just place it into an airtight container, put it in the fridge, or you could eat it right away. But I really do think it's best if you let it sit and let all those flavors meld a little bit. This is absolutely one of my favorite things, and since I did forget about it, I have been now making this so much. It's delicious just to munch on. It is amazing salad or as a relish on top of your turkey. I think this is going to be your Turkey Day go-to relish recipe from now on, like it is for me, and it is going to be for my family this year. Make sure to stick around for all the great Thanksgiving family favorites I'm bringing you. Happy Thanksgiving.